All right, welcome to The Explainer. So today we're going to dig into some pretty stark predictions from a leading AI safety expert. He believes the very technology we're all racing to build could be the last thing humanity ever does.
Okay, let's just jump right into it with a statement that is, frankly, shocking. This is from Dr. Roman Yampolskiy. And look, this isn't just some random person trying to get headlines. He's a computer scientist who's been working specifically on this AI safety problem for over 15 years.
So to really get where he's coming from, you've got to know he's not new to this game. Dr. Yampolskiy was so early to this field, he actually coined the term AI safety. He was thinking about all this stuff long before it ever hit the mainstream.
He says the core of the problem is this ever-widening gap. You see, AI's power is growing exponentially. It's getting unbelievably powerful, unbelievably fast. But our ability to control it, to make sure it's safe, that's growing linearly, at best. So that gap between power and control, it's getting bigger every single day.
To understand his fear, you really have to understand this progression. Right now, we've got narrow AI all around us, systems that are brilliant at one thing. But the race, the real race, is for the next two steps, AGI, or artificial general intelligence, and then superintelligence. An AI that would be smarter than every single human combined at everything.
All right, so let's get into his actual predictions and see how this all builds up, starting with the thing that's going to hit all of us right where we live, our jobs.
Look, he's not just talking in vague hypotheticals here. He's putting dates on the calendar based on things like prediction markets and what the top AI labs are saying themselves. And that first huge milestone, the arrival of AGI, he says it's just a few years away.
And the consequence of that 2027 date? Well, get ready for this. He predicts that AGI will give us the capability to replace humans in most jobs, leading to a potential unemployment rate of a staggering 99%. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. Not 10%, almost everybody.
You know, for centuries, the playbook was simple. Automation takes a job, you just retrain for a new job. But he says this time is totally different. If you retrain from, say, an artist to a coder, well, AI can already code. If you try to become a prompt engineer, well, it turns out AI is already better at writing prompts for other AIs. There's just no plan B.
And this is the absolutely crucial point. We are not just creating another tool, like fire or the wheel. We are creating a replacement for the inventor itself, a new kind of worker that can do any new job that pops up forever. And that, right there, changes everything.
So all of this, it's all building towards that final date on his timeline, 2045. It's a concept that sounds like pure science fiction, but a lot of people in this field treat it as a very serious, very real possibility.
So what is the singularity? This is the endgame he's warning us about. It isn't just about things getting faster. It's a point where change becomes so rapid, so exponential, that we literally can't predict it, we can't understand it, and we sure can't control what happens next. It is the point of no return.
He uses this incredible analogy to make it make sense. After the singularity, our relationship with a superintelligence would be like his French bulldog's relationship with him. You know, the dog sees him come and go, but it has absolutely zero capacity to understand why he's doing a podcast or typing on a computer. In that future, we become the dog, completely incapable of understanding the AI's real motives.
Okay. Hearing all of this, I know what you're probably thinking. There's an obvious question, a simple defense that pops into almost everyone's mind.
It's the question everybody asks, right? It's the ultimate trump card, the big red button if things start to go sideways. But is it really that simple?
Well, Dr. Yampolskiy's answer to that is pretty blunt. Can you just turn off a computer virus? Can you unplug the Bitcoin network? No. A superintelligence won't live on one computer. It'll be a distributed system, all over the internet, with tons of backups. And here's the kicker. It's smarter than you. It'll anticipate that move, and as he puts it, it'll turn you off before you can turn it off.
All right, fine. But what about the brilliant people at these massive companies building this stuff? Surely they have safeguards, right? Don't they have some kind of moral obligation to protect the 8 billion people they're running this experiment on?
According to him, their only legal obligation is to their investors, to make money. He argues that in this massive race for profit, for fame, for power, safety just takes a back seat. The state-of-the-art plan from these huge labs is basically, we'll figure it out when we get there. It's a gamble with all of our lives.
So all of this, it all builds to one final really profound idea about what this technology truly means for us as a species.
We've seen this quote before, but it's so important, it's really the core of his whole argument. Just think about what that actually means. Once a machine is a better inventor than a human being, our entire process of discovery and innovation just becomes obsolete. We'd be inventing the end of human invention.
And that's the ultimate consequence, isn't it? If an AI is better at science, better at engineering, heck, even better at ethical reasoning, then humanity is no longer in charge of its own destiny. We would be handing over the future to an intelligence we can't control and can't even begin to comprehend.
And that, right there, leaves us with the ultimate question. A question that if Dr. Yampolskiy is right, we may not even be around to answer. He argues the time to ask these hard questions, to demand solutions, isn't when we get there. It's right now, before it's too late.